Did you ever stop to think that the engineering features of each of the products of the Chrysler Plymouth division make it unique in its price class? And certainly talking to a prospect about these unique features does not require an automotive engineering background, just the ability to help a man appreciate what's good about your car. Why, it's as simple as the 3 R's. For example, the first R might be roadability. So let's start with the wheels. Probably the most taken for granted items on any car, unless a tire should happen to blow out. Then this is what could happen with an ordinary wheel. The deflated tire could slip off the rim and become cocked on the wheel so that control of the car is lost, an especially dangerous situation on a crowded highway. But every Chrysler Plymouth division car has special safety rim wheels to keep tires centered on the wheel until the driver can bring the car to a stop. Now, as you know, a car is supported on its wheels by the suspension. In our cars, it's a special suspension, perhaps the most famous suspension in the world, torsion air. The heart of torsion air's front suspension is the torsion bar spring. It doesn't have to move up and down like a coiled spring. It merely twists, allowing its efficient spring action to respond more quickly. This means tires and wheels stay glued to the road for good roadability and control. You know, roadability helped this car win the 1963 Indianapolis 500 race. And what kind of front suspension does it have? You guessed it, a torsion bar front suspension. At the rear, a special leaf spring suspension. The springs are spaced wide apart on the axle to provide a broad base of control. And the extra-wide spring leaves resist axle tilting far better than narrow leaves or coiled springs because they get a good, broad grip on the axle. Result, a flatter, more stable ride, even on the hardest turns. Notice that the front part of the spring is short and stiff. This prevents the axle from winding up the spring under heavy acceleration or braking, which would cause rear-end squat or brake dip. Yet the rear portion of the spring is long and limber, and this ensures the soft, comfortable ride we all enjoy. The second R is reliability, and that's important because we all know modern cars are complicated machines on which repairs don't come cheap. This is especially true of a car's powertrain system, the system that makes the car go. To ensure reliability, all Chrysler Plymouth division powertrain components are built and assembled with special care under a rigorous quality control program. This care and quality enables Chrysler Plymouth to offer its owners a powertrain that is protected by an exclusive long-term warranty. Obviously, the Chrysler Corporation couldn't offer this warranty without rigid quality standards. And it is these warranty-backed standards that assure the owner that he's getting the kind of reliability and cost protection he has a right to expect. And that's not all. When an owner trades in his car, he's able to get more of his investment back because the unused portion of the warranty can be transferred to the new owner. And who wouldn't be willing to pay more for a used car on which the most expensive parts are still under warranty? This is the TorqueFlite 3-speed automatic transmission. With its breakaway ratio of 5.39 to 1 in drive, it tops any other automatic. And the higher the breakaway ratio, the more usable acceleration your engine will deliver. Many competitive automatics are quite limited in breakaway ratio. This reduces traffic acceleration, passing performance, and the ability to haul trailers, all factors an owner relies on for driving safety and enjoyment. This year, TorqueFlite features a new lifetime full-flow oil filter that eliminates the need for periodic transmission oil changes. TorqueFlite is more reliable than ever. Of course, nowadays reliability in a car is measured not so much in freedom from breakdown on the road as in its ability to start reliably under any conditions. As everyone knows who lives where the winters are chilly, a cold, cranky engine and a rundown battery don't add up to a reliable starting combination. Our standard equipment alternator electrical system, and the Chrysler Corporation pioneered it 4 years ago, eliminates the major cause of rundown batteries insufficient charging at low speeds. Because unlike the generator found on some cars, the alternator can charge the battery even when the engine is idling. Many times the villain in hard starting is a choke blade that sticks open when the engine is turned off. Later, when the driver tries to start, the open choke prevents the proper starting fuel mixture from reaching the cylinders. All of our 1964 cars use a new choke that's sealed against gum deposits that cause choke sticking. Result, after the engine is shut off, the choke moves freely to its closed position for a sure start the following morning. Another cause of hard starting is ignition current leaking away before it gets to the spark plugs. Dampness and cracked insulation on the ignition wiring are principal causes. Our cars have an improved neoprene insulation on the spark plug wires that better resists the effects of dampness and cracking. And special terminal ends keep a tighter grip on plug terminals through the years. And finally, the plug covers are deeper, so they do a better job of protecting the plug insulators from the water splash and condensation that are major causes of short circuits. The splash of water mixed with mud and road chemicals can also promote rusting of the body, probably the most severe threat to an owner's investment in his new car. And that's when our third R comes in. Resistibility is the quality we build into every car to protect the owner's investment. And we do it by using the most intensive rust-resistant treatments in the industry. It starts with a thorough cleaning of the surface of the steel. The entire lower body is dipped in a series of chemical, rinse, and finishing baths to ensure complete penetration and protection to the vulnerable lower areas. 2 coats of epoxy primer are applied, followed by hand sanding to a smooth finish. Epoxy has a special affinity for steel that locks out moisture and resists chipping. Finally, 2 coats of a super tough enamel are applied to form a gleaming, durable finish. But the thoughtful owner wants to do more than just preserve the appearance of his new car. He'd like it to stay tight, strong, and rattle-free as long as he owns it. And what better assurance can you give him than the story on our unit construction cars? Remember, the basic unibody is one all-welded structure, so it stays tight. There is no bolted-on frame that can loosen and cause shakes and rattles. And in unibody, all the steel surrounding the passengers works as an integral part of the strength structure. This means unibody is stronger to begin with and safer to live with. Right now, let's review the 3 R's of engineering excellence an owner finds in a car from your dealership. The first R, roadability. With world-famous torsionaire suspension and safety rim wheels, every owner of a Chrysler Corporation car knows that extra handling enjoyment, freedom from squat and dip, and driving safety are right there in his hands. Then there is reliability. In the long-term warranty on the expensive, hard-working Powertrain, the owner finds assurance of manufacturing quality backed up by written cost protection. Finally, there's the R we call resistibility. The ability to resist the effects of rust and corrosion that make a car look and sound old before its time. Resistibility, roadability, and reliability are reasons you can give a prospect for investing his car money with you.